Welcome back, everyone. This is jtmplays, and we are back in action here with some more Captain of Industry. Right now, we are picking off the latest live stream, and we got a lot done in the last live stream. As you can see here, we moved our iron production, or not iron, this is steel. We moved our steel production all the way from over here, which is we are now producing bread in this area. If you take a look at what we're doing here, definitely not enough bread, right? Not enough bread, but we are making some additional food for our colony. We don't have a lot of everything here. We need bread, we need vegetables, we need potatoes. We're just not producing enough of anything because we need more water, it seems. And in order to get more water, we need more coal. We are starving on coal. That is our main issue. Even though we are digging here, we have been making some progress, however, in upgrading a bunch of these excavators. They are now bigger excavators, and we're also making progress on upgrading our trucks. So these bigger excavators are definitely a plus. Now, what else are we doing here? We're producing glass. Why do we need glass? Because we need glass to make vehicle part 2s, and we're making vehicle part 2s over here at super extra fast speed because we we have it boosted. If you take a look, we have it boosted here. We're just making a lot of vehicle parts so that we can produce more excavators. More excavators means faster productions of everything. As far as loans go, we don't have any active loans right now. We're actually pretty good. Our trade reputation is pretty high, so I'm happy with that. Our food is in a little bit of a crisis here. We have to take a look at what happened. Why are we short 54 workers here? What's happening here? Did we dip on something, or did we turn on some machines and we're doing more things, right? I think that's what it is. Construction parts are low. The construction part 2s and 3s are actually fine. So it's just the construction part 1s that we're low on, but that will back up here eventually once we fill in here construction part 3s. We got a 4:2:1 ratio at the moment, right? Yeah, that's what's happening there. All right, population will slowly trickle in. We are producing a lot more steel here, which is super helpful. We have a bunch of mechanical parts where no one's starved here. Research lab is missing lab equipment 2s. And in order for us to produce lab equipment 2s, we need paper and we need glass. So we got to get paper research done. Paper research, which it looks like we already have, requires a chemical plant. We need wood chips, limestone, and steam to make paper. How do we get wood chips? We get wood chips from a shredder. Shredder takes in wood, creates wood chips, and then we're happy. And then wood chips go into a boiler to produce steam if we wanted to. What we want is, well, actually we do need some of the steam, right? We do need some of the steam here. So we could do a chemical plant and a boiler. Right, what's the ratios here? 24:24 sawdust. We could use the wood chips to make the steam. After we have the steam, we can use whatever spare wood chips to produce the paper here. And we don't need a lot of that, but we could get started on that. All right, let's get a shredder here really quickly. All right, so we got a shredder here. We got some wood up here. Right, this is where all our wood is living right now. We're not using wood to make coal, which is fine. I'm okay with that. So we need, let's say, 2 shredders, right? We could do 2 shredders. 2 shredders. Oh, we could use a new feature of drag and drop like this. That's great. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we can press X, cut. Why are you not cutting, man? Why is this not working? Okay, we're gonna put these over here. That needs an intake of wood. We can do U-shaped conveyor belts. They don't need to be level 2. They can be tier 1. That's gonna go straight out here. This goes in there, and then we get a storage, simple storage right here, which will be moving wood to there and to there. So that should work just fine. You need a recipe, which is going to be this. And this needs a recipe, which is going to be that. That's wood to sawdust. That gives us 48. And we're good to go. Now, what do we need next? We need Do we need a balancer here? I'm thinking that we do need a balancer. Only because we need to balance off the steam. So we would be getting one of these. The sawdust will go in here. Let's flip this guy. As well as some water. Okay. Sawdust goes in here. Once we have the sawdust, this sawdust can now continue going this way. That's going to go into a chemical plant. We only want a single chemical plant for this. We don't need more than 2. So right over here. That should be fine. If we did want another one, we could add another one. You're going to be making paper. You're going to be making also paper. So we can just copy and paste that. Okay, and then we also need limestone. Limestone and steam. So let's get some limestone here. Limestone would just live right over here. Like that. And we could do a U-shaped lift. I think we need to flip this like so. That just goes there and there. We can also get this U-shaped balancer, right? Or conveyor thingy. That goes in there, right? So sawdust is at the bottom. So output of paper will just go there. This goes there because this produces... Oh, it doesn't produce anything. Okay, and then we have our steam that needs to go up here. Okay, and if we ever need to expand, we can expand. All right, so that is good. Do I need to get... Yeah, I do need to get some water here. Let me pause the game really quickly because we are at crisis here. We got a bunch of stuff here. Not enough workers is not a big deal. Low food supply is a big deal right now. But yeah, we will fix that eventually. Why are we not getting coal shipped in right now? Because we don't have cement. We don't have enough cement because we don't have enough limestone. We don't have enough limestone because we need bigger trucks. You, my friend, need to be rescued. So I'm going to do that. And then we were testing out our bridges, but that'll I guess be handled in a bit here. We're not ready to go to another island just yet. Okay, so we said we were going to do something with rubber, right? We need to set up another dock. That needs to happen soon, because if we can trade rubber, we would do rubber for wood, and then wood for corn, and then corn for whatever else we might need. Right? This is all looking good. Where were we? We were designing this. Right, so this guy here is now outputting paper. So paper. You don't need a lot of this stuff. So you could just live right over here. How about right over here? Yeah? That should be fine. Let's go right there. That sort of puts us in a little bit of a bind here. All right, so let's get some fluid right here. We're going to get, let's say water right there. That just needs to be a little bit spaced out. You can go right here. Just plug that in. All right, and then we have to get rid of the exhaust, which is almost the final step, but not really. Okay, so what are we at here? Is that it? You're requesting wood. We should have enough of that. Anything else? This one is water. All right, we should fill that up. You have nothing else. Are you going to be enough sawdust? I think you are, right? Okay. It's a pretty simple build. This is going to give us 24 paper per minute here. Oh no, we're still missing the limestone. The limestone needs to go in here. We could get rid of this really quickly. Right? Yeah, we can route that somewhere else or some other way. Let's get limestone right here. Okay, perfect. Now, what we could do is we could get this lift here. And then we can plug you into up here. Plug you in right there. All right, cool. And then this is a little bit of limestone that we need to trickle in. That should be fine. And then we can get this pipe back over here. It just kind of needs to go right here. And oh, wait a second. We could do this. And that is the steam, right? Nice and compact. We could make it a little bit more compact, but I think this is fine. All right. 24 paper. Where are we going to put this thing? It could live right here. Or right here, actually. Right? Let's see. If we wanted to expand, we need to leave room. So you need to be facing like this. Right? And then we leave 3 spaces here so the vehicles can get in. This should work just fine. Boom. All right. And then everyone can still get into the bread storage there. I think I need to just kind of build that out, and then we can build this out. Perfect. All right, so yeah, that's going to require some people there. And then we also need to do something about this right here, because we need to make our science twos. That should be not a problem, right? Because we can put this guy right over here. You can actually live right there. Bam. Okay. What's going to happen here is we're going to just take you all the way across, and we are going to grab this science. That's going to go in there. And then you need what for science 2? You need glass and you need paper. Okay, so maybe this was a little bit too close and we need to leave some more room there. We can now do that. And then we will need U-shape, flip you. We'll need you there. And then we also need you there. How does that look? Do we need more science than more than 12 per minute? I don't think we need more than 12 per minute here. What is our production here? 12 and 12. And this is the lower tier lab as well. If we upgrade you, then you would make 24. How about we just do this? So you'll go in there. We're gonna get some storages. We need 2. 1 and 2 should be fine there. That's going to give us room to do the following. You're going to be paper. We're going to fill that up, and you're going to be glass, and we're going to fill that up. And that should be all set for our science to do our science things, right? Do that. Do that. And this stuff we'll need to just kind of quick remove from here, right? Quick remove, and quick remove. And then we should be fine. Do we have paper yet? We do not, because we're still short on housing. Let's get some more housing upgraded. Let's get some of this stuff going here. There we go. All right. How's our food doing? Oh, look at that. We got our big boys here now. Ooh, yes. Lovely. All right. Well, all we need now is just bigger trucks. Bigger, badder trucks. Okay. How are we keeping up with our water needs here? I don't think we are at all. All because we need more coal. I'd like to be able to do the advanced desalination right here pretty soon. That would be ideal. That would be very ideal, but we haven't reached that point yet. How are we looking in terms of iron? We're looking pretty good. Pretty darn good, actually. We actually don't need these loose storages here anymore, if we're getting it from here. Would be nice to have a little bit of a backup though on iron, right? Would be nice. What if we did something like this? 1, 2, 3. We could grab this into here, and then this into here. Well, Yeah, this would need to go away. This gets built. I just need a buffer. And then that gets built, right? We'll have a nice little buffer here. That will be fine for my needs. In the future, we could do something a little bit differently. Oh, now this is eating into our ramp here, which isn't good. We need to fix that some way, somehow. Okay, yeah, so those guys are fine. We're missing lots of workers though. Mostly because we don't have irrigation. We don't have irrigation because we need more coal here. Let's upgrade this guy. We should probably make this a little bit higher priority here on coal because we definitely need coal for everything. And how are these guys doing here? Look at all the space. Look at all the buildable land that we have now. Oh, that is lovely. Also, it was mentioned here that I need to be doing balancers right in front of the stacking towers so that I can add more belts. So like this is really silly that I'm doing this right here, right? I should get rid of this. I can't add a balancer directly there, right? That it just wouldn't connect there, so it'd have to be like right there. Yeah, it'd have to be right there. Okay, so then we can get rid of this, and we would do, no. I guess we have to get rid of you too. And then we have that, and this can also flow a little bit faster into, yeah, we could go here into there. This guy would go here. This would go away. We would get balancer right here. All of that needs to get built. This would go there and there. Whoops. So there and there. And then we should be fine here for maximum throughput. Yeah, beautiful. All right. I do like the looks of all this. There you go. All right. What's wrong with people's health here? 14%, 14 points of air pollution here. And we also have a cold. Okay. So a little bit of a problem here. How are you guys doing? Eventually we'll have some paper here, right? Eventually. This is getting a little bit of limestone. Okay. All right. So all good. All good. All we need now is population. Population growth, population growth, population growth. In order to get population growth, we need more water. Definitely need more water, more water, more water, more water everywhere. How's our coal processing here? Are we processing enough coal? It's likely that we're not, mostly because we're just building some vehicles here. We probably need to get a couple of these guys going, right? How about we do a couple of truck upgrading? Unless we already have that set up. We need to prioritize something here. So we'll do regular diesels to trucks, and we want to do any depot, but we want to do coal mining control towers. So let's rename this guy here to coal mine, save. Then we can come over here and say we want the coal mine trucks start. All right, that's going to start upgrading all those smaller diesel trucks into bigger diesel trucks, and then we should be fine. And then after coal mine, we could do iron mine. After iron mine, we could do mine control tower, and then we could do all. So lots of trucks that need to be upgraded. These things are super slow, but it's mostly because we're missing vehicle part 3s. We're missing vehicle part 1s now. Really? Why are we missing vehicle part 1s? Because no workers. No workers because no health. No health because no food. Okay, all right. Well, let's turn this on. And let's see, we have pop growth increase. Let's do food consumption decrease. Food consumption probably reduction would be helpful, and maybe a health increase here on health points. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, good. Also, I'd like maybe a water reduction 36. I mean, what's the holdup now? What's the holdup in terms of water production? I think we're just trying to catch back up, right? We're trying to catch up. We had a lot of issues. We're trying to catch up now. Yeah, this population issue is definitely a pain. Okay. Other than that, I'm happy. I'm really happy. I would like to... Yeah, I'd like to actually put this in a little bit closer here. Can we just quick remove from here? Right? We'll do that. Give me the storages again. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us a path right here that we can access as well. And we just need to plug this in right there and do that. All right. Very nice indeed. Yeah, so water is still definitely our biggest concern right now. We need to solve our water crisis. Yeah, so that's a big pain. But let's look at our water consumption. We really have to sort that out. Water consumption here is at 332. So we're not even really doing 360. Now that we have the coal here, I'd like to know what the holdup is. Like, why aren't these guys running at 100% capacity? Why aren't you running? What output is full here? It says water output is full. Please tell me that. Oh my God. This entire side here was not doing anything for us this entire time. That is absolutely terrible. Look at this now. Look at this. It can't even handle all the water we're producing. Not to mention all the air pollution that we're producing right now. Oh my God, that's a lot. But yeah, anyways, this is gonna be good for our water production. Man, that singular pipe there almost cost us the game. I cannot believe that I did not flip that properly. So we should have now water for all of our crops at all times. That means that this runs now at a pretty 100% efficiency, right? Hopefully no ifs, ands, or buts. It must run at 100% efficiency here. We cannot afford anything else than 100%. Yeah, this is good. Do we want to continue? Do we want to continue this build? Or do we just want to, can we just build a bridge to this side here? No, that's just bauxite, right? Bauxite, there's bauxite, titanium, and iron. As well as some gold here. At the other side, there's some other stuff that we might want to get to. I definitely want to get to this island here, but this expense here, 589 steel is massive, and we also don't have any. We also don't have any vehicles yet. Any water vehicles. We're building these two here, which is going to be good. But yeah, I mean, we need to wait. We need to wait. There's nothing else that we can do. This is missing vehicle parts again. What is the hold up here? I guess because it's set to 15, so low priority, it doesn't need to run if we're not net positive here. All right, there you go. We just crossed the line. Net positive workers. Awesome. Let's pause this guy again. We don't need him at the moment. All right, so that's water full. No more issues with water. Power wise, we should be fine as well, right? Did we unlock power generation 2 yet? My God, this thing uses up so much power. This thing right here uses 4.5 megawatts to run. If we did this guy, that would consume how much? 4.5. If we use this one, it still consumes 4.5. But we can tell this thing to use surplus power, right? So it would only run if we have extra power, which is good in a sense. Yeah, like this design right here. We're making wood chips, so we don't have to import anything crazy. So this one runs on its own, I suppose. We don't need to do anything for that. It should, yeah, it should be self-sustainable. Also, we're making paper now, which means we have the science that we need here, but our friends are not picking it up and delivering it. Maybe I just need to quick remove it from here so that it can be used for building and upgrading this guy. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we can build that, and we can also build this once we have the lab equipment available. Yeah, all right, let's get this out of here. Quick remove, and then build here. Nope. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Pause. Pause your production here. I need some of your stuff here. Quick remove, and boom. All right, nice. Now we can unpause you. Run. Just do whatever you need to do. Let's do the science. Let's take a look at our science. What do we need? What are we going to get here? So we want to get a couple of things. We want to get thermal desalination, first of all. We want to get pipes level 3. We want to get vehicle arrangement. Advanced smelting would probably help. Housing 3 would probably also be good. Household goods, probably also good. Recycling edict, ship bridge, large storages. Oh my god. Yeah, we definitely large storages ahead of some of these things here. Okay, naphtha processing, ship bridge, and recycling edict can go next. Advanced smelting later on. Fermentation, biodiesel, chicken farm would also be nice. And boom, we're good. Also canola. Greenhouses, also good. But this all requires what? Construction part 4s, or is that still construction part 3s? Here, no, this is construction part 4s. So we don't have it. We haven't unlocked it yet. All right, and we got plenty of construction part 3s. We're at a bit of a boom right now. So, do we have the steel available to start building this bridge? Do we also have the concrete? Yes, we do. Okay, so we can start building this bridge. Now, this isn't the design that I am really. What if we just got rid of this really quickly? The whole thing. And let's get another one. Cabled stayed, right? That one's the more expensive one. This guy right here does not allow for bridges. Sorry, for boats underneath. So that's our main issue here. So if we go up like this, we can't go. Oh, we actually can. We actually can go. Oh, but that's the problem there. The ocean is too deep. So yeah, okay, so we can't do that unless we go from somewhere else, but no. Okay, so we have to go with the big bridge, right? So this guy right here, how high do we want to go? What are we? Where are we in terms of height? Right? I want a straight shot up to there, unless we go from above, but going from above is probably not ideal. Yeah, I think this is fine right here. And then we want to land about right over here. Okay, please let me land somewhere here. Okay, I think this works, right? Oh, that's such a crazy bridge, but it should be fine. I don't like that it lands right where the coal is. I'd like to maybe move that. So let me see if I can remove that and remove this. Let me see if I can get you to turn. Okay, give me a ground point, please. Give me a ground point. It does not want me to do that. Nothing green. Nothing green anywhere. No, it's definitely that hill there. All right. This is really getting on my nerves. What is the landing spot that I can get here? Because ultimately, I think I want to just go here. Or I could just make landfall over here, right? Doing that probably won't. That probably won't hurt us as much. We could get rid of this, right? We don't need to land on that site there. We could just go with this guy. Right? This is massive. But if what we want is to get across the ocean and land over here. We could do that, right? I mean, that should be fine. It's a massive bridge. Let's see. So let's see if we could just go straight here. Yeah, we could go straight here. And we could go this way. And then we could go right over here. And then if we want, we could get some type of connection here. We can't, no, we can't do that. That means we have to get a bridge from here to get to over here. If we wanted to get some oil right there. I mean, that's fine. Boats can still cross and do their thing, right? That's completely that. Yeah, that's okay. Can I get a train here though? Can I put trains on this 2-lane bridge? Probably not, right? Anyways, all right. So I'm okay with that. I think we could start this construction. Oops. Oh no. I did not mean to do that. I just want to unpause all of this. Waiting for material delivery. Population is stable. Good. Our research is happening. Why are you not getting any research? Missing input products. You're now consuming 12. This is consuming 12. All right, so we can only support one of these guys anyway. So let's pause. Our food production is also... I mean, it's okay, right? It's not full. We're being sustained only by bread at the moment. And then a little bit of everything else. A little bit of potato, a little bit of corn, a little bit of vegetables. All right. And we're not making enough stored fertilizer at all. Are you not getting compost? All right, we need to start doing the other fertilizer. The other fertilizer is created with sour water, which we've been dumping, of course. Sour water and ammonia. We want to make number 1 fertilizer. So that is ammonia, oxygen. Oh, okay. Okay, so we should be doing this at the moment. That is fertilizer 1. And we could also be using this one. Okay, so let's get this chemical plant here. Where is it? Over here, right? So we could get the fertilizer 1. Where are you going? Yeah, we could put you over here. That should not be a problem. So yeah, fertilizer 1, as well as some of this oxygen that we're getting right here. Let's see. Give me this oxygen here. Let's bring you up to the top. And we'll plug you in right there. All right, perfect. Okay, now this gets broken. Okay. And then we just need a little bit of ammonia. This ammonia comes up here and then right in there. And then we can just request that. Our vehicles are a little bit busy, but nothing crazy. We're looking for ammonia. Here we go. There you go. So we'll bring that in via truck for now. We could probably just kind of pipe that in as well, but it's going to have to come in through. Yeah. We're not making a crazy amount here. We should be fine. Okay. Yeah. So the trucks were able to empty that out pretty quickly. No issues there. Trucks are handling it just fine. All right, so now this should be making us some fertilizer 1, which we can now just kind of plug into right there. And that's going to all of our farms. Priority for fertilizer production here is definitely fertilizer organic. Consume that first. And then if you don't have any fertilizer organic, then you produce it with without the organic, right? Yeah. There you go. This can power 2 of these bad boys. No, actually though, because this is using oxygen here as well. Well, I mean, if and when we get fuel gas, right? Now, are you going to get some fertilizer here? Yes, you are. 50%, 52%, and then 20%. And that's all coming in. Oh, that is lovely. That is absolutely lovely. So that means that we can push this up now to there. We can push this up to here. We can push this up to right there. That's going to get us so much more food, which in turn allows us to make more organic fertilizer, and we should be happy moving forward. All right, so are we missing anything? We have notifications here. Stacker tower has no space available to dump. All right, this is good. This is good. I think we can get rid of this guy as well. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. Right, we can just boom and boom. This guy is now doing his thing. Do we continue to this side? Sure, maybe. We could actually just continue to that side. So give me you right there. Give me this. Oh, look at that water vehicle. We finally have water vehicles. That's beautiful. All right, so that guy goes there. This guy goes here and into there. Perfect. All right, let's build that with this and this in mind. Looks like trucks want a ramp so they can cross. So I'll give them that. And okay. Oh, power generation 3. Lovely. Lovely. So that means that we can now do this and this and grab this low pressure turbine. Flip that right there. Connect you to, oh my God, no, it's not. Oh no, this is missing. There and there. So is this correct? I need my low pressure. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, so we can cut this off to about right there. Right? We'll do that really quickly. Connect you to right there. This guy to right there. We're going to grab you, bring you across to there and to there. Now we have low pressure power, right? Because 24 low steam low gives us 6 more torques of mechanical power here and allows us to get steam depleted going into here, which gets us some water, and we're good here. Okay. Now, what can we do with this extra mechanical power? Well, we can add 2 more of these guys. Right, so we could do 1 and 2, and then we could do the flywheel right here, and we could do that. That gets us a little bit more power. Nothing crazy, but 6 turbines versus 4. We're now at 22 megawatt capacity. Perfect, absolutely perfect. I don't want to go there right now. All right, and then that's about it, right? Nothing crazy. How we're doing with our bridge building here. So who's actually building this? Where are those water guys, right? Where are they? And what are they doing? Are they just kind of going all the way around here? No. They can go from there, come around here. Yeah. All right, let's unpause all of this, please. Get all of this built. Yeah, all right, cool. Now, if I wanted to do something like this, right? If I wanted to get a leveling designation here, we could cut some of this off for now, right? That can go away. And then we could do right here a little ramp going into the water that will allow our vehicles here to make landfall a little bit easier. So we could prioritize this right here because they're going around, man. Yeah, pretty insane. Little trip there. It goes all the way over here. That bridge is never going to be built. Oh, we got one of these guys too. Okay, this is good stuff. These guys are making that little ramp there for my water trucks, and then with that we actually have this guy here which we can excavate as well. Like we don't need to. Oh look, what are you doing? Why are you getting slag? Oh, this thing broke. Okay, eventually these guys are all gonna break. Yeah, but we do this instead. Leveling designation. We could get rid of this, right? And we could go from here down, and then our excavator will make a trip to here. So something like that. Let's see. Where's our big excavator? Right here. Why aren't you not doing the stuff? Amphibious excavator. Why don't you come on over here? Are you not able to cross? No, he's not able to. Oh man. Well, that kind of sucks, right? All right, so if you can go through there, what if we did this? What if we got a little ramp right here? Yeah, hopefully that could get him out of there, because that is a big boy. I'd like to know where he's gonna go refuel. Okay, how are you guys doing with the situation over here? What is it that you're missing? You need 16. We're making 8. All right, we need to pump up the volume here. Let's upgrade you, make a little bit more. We should have the mechanical parts to handle that. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. All right, look at that. Food's looking good. How are you guys doing now? Fertilizer? Everyone's getting the fertilizer they need. That is awesome. That is amazing. Are we starting the dumping process here? Or are you getting some trucks over here? Kind of, right? Okay. All right. Now, would it make sense to set up another one of these guys? Right? Kind of at another location where we can easily do like recoveries and things like that, right? I mean, that guy could probably just kind of crawl out through here if needed. We do need him to come over here and mine some of this stuff, right? That would be nice. And it's only 120 per vehicle depot. I'm just testing something. 120 parts is really not a lot for us right now. Oh, we can't quick deliver it. Okay, that's fine. I guess it's in there, right? So you don't cheat it. So you do like cheese mode. All right, so we'll just put this guy up here in case we need to move a vehicle like this one to another location, like that one, right? That is what's happening there. I feel like we need more. We need a lot more vehicle parts. We're just slow on that. We're just very slow on that. But we should start getting more vehicle part 1s. This vehicle part 2s is happening at a pretty decent rate, so we should be fine. Next situation is we need to check on... We're actually doing fine with paper. Biomass collection is actually a thing now. So, okay. Let's collect some biomass. How about right over here? Ooh, that eats into our traffic there. Well, I guess we want to collect biomass right here. But there's some stuff in the way there. There's some belts in the way. We can't really do it there. If we do it over here, we're blocking critical infrastructure as well. Right here. Okay, so if we have biomass, what are we doing with biomass? Biomass can be turned into compost in a mixer. Okay, so we could take that biomass, deliver it here some way, somehow. Where is it? Right here. Right? So let me set that to that. Okay. I mean, that allows us to get that compost in there, right? But we do want to get compost in here from the extra compost that we're going to be making. All right, what are you making? Fuel and compost. All right, so I could get rid of this. Have this be biomass. No, it needs to be compost, right? It needs to be compost. So what I really want is a space here to get the biomass in some way, somehow. They can reach it. Okay, so if he can reach it, we're happy. Yeah, that actually worked. Okay, and then all we need is the storage here, I guess, to collect this in case it backs up. I know why it can't reach. Cancel. It can't reach because of that pipe. That pipe cannot go over this. So that's what that is. Garbage. We're doing well. Okay, did we build this new thing right here? Yes, we did. So can I do the following? Can I select you? Can I recover you? Send this vehicle to the depot and scrap for parts. Recover this vehicle, be disassembled, reassembled at the nearest depot. The nearest depot being this one. No? I thought there was an option to select where I want him to be sent to, right? I guess not, but what we can do is pause this guy and then hit recover and recover. And then he is automatically sent to here. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Oh, look at that. We have thermal desalination, but we're not really hurting for water anymore, right? Oh no, this was never built. Let's get that going. And all this can get leveled out as well. There you go. All right, awesome. I love these stackers, man. Beautiful. Okay. Now, if we were to run thermal desalination now, we would need the big water sea pumps, taking in high steam. We could do 4 per, yeah, we could do 4 per boiler, consuming biomass or animal feed to get us 78 water. So one boiler can get us 78 times 4 is 312 water. And we can do it with gas, or we could do it with animal feed. Yeah, we haven't set up that dock yet, have we? That dock needs to happen soon. We could do it right over here. There's definitely enough room here now. And this guy will fill that in. Okay. Are we good? Can you take that ramp now, right over here? Why don't you? I need to see your pathing. All right. So where are you stuck? You're stuck right here. That's not good. We can fix that. We can fix this. All right. Someone come and fill that in. Probably there. Okay. And then after you are unable to travel through there, show me where else you're broken. Right here. Okay. So where are my excavators? What are these guys doing over here? Have you guys been looping here back and forth? Looks like you have been. All right, we can cancel this out. I think you guys are done here with your terraforming. Maybe that little corner right there, but it's not really important. I now need you guys from here to come work. Yeah, I need you to come work over here. Give me this cutout right here. Maybe you could do a little bit more. Like right there. And then we could also do, yeah, we could also do this right here. Just kind of go straight. Maybe even cancel that. Do a little bit more to here. Yeah, I think that's fine. And look at all this land right here. I'm thinking about food production up here. It's definitely worth it. Okay. All right. So I do think I need to end the episode here. We have processed or created a pretty self-sustaining city, right? We haven't had any health issues. We haven't had any food issues. 57 months of food now. That is amazing. We just have a lot of everything right now. Look at all that corn, right? And we're going to be importing much more corn. Once we start consuming all this rubber, we're going to trade rubber for corn. We need 2 docks here. We need 2 docks. So perhaps one right there and one right over. Oh, what's going on over here? Too shallow here. Okay. Well, that's what our diggy boys are for, right? That's what our diggy boys are for. Let's see if we can get those guys to work on this. How do we get leveling designation here, right? Can we do -5, -6? It's gonna be -7, right? We could do that. Something like that. I don't know if this is how this is intended, but hopefully it works. And we can get our dock in right there. Okay. All right. Well, that should put our diggy boys up to work, right? Or send them out. Why are you guys stuck here? Recover. Recover. Did we break something? Yeah, so like I was saying, we're in a pretty good position here right now. Definitely not hurting for food. I mean, look at that, 60 months. It's pretty insane. Our population is at 1140 and we haven't had to do any sort of expansion right now. We're good on that. No housing services needs, none of that stuff. Maintenance has been fine. Are we close to needing more maintenance here? What are we at? 611 and we have 2 at 480. Yeah, we're good. We're good for a while. I mean, yeah, there's not much else to do other than wait for research. We just need to wait for research. I could bump this up here, boost it, and unpause here. That should be okay. We have enough lab equipment here. That gets us to 24. We're just low on population. So if we got you upgraded, we could also start upgrading to tier 3 here pretty soon, I think. Then we should be okay. We should be more than fine. Truck is fine. Oh my God, what is going on here? Come on, guys. Come on. This needs more dumping designations. This is going to continue falling on us. All right, eventually that'll clear out, right? We just need more dumping designations somewhere. What are you doing? Where are you dumping? Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I missed. Are we almost beating the game here? Definitely not. Still a long way to go. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Too much work. All right. See you guys next time. Really hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye-bye.